What's up, everybody? This is me again, Mr. Friend's Wife here, and welcome back to What If Goku Was an Avenger. So, guys, you could see here the photo is changed. I changed it. It's kinda hard to edit this, but it took me a few weeks. So, we last left of Goku and Natasha and Steve going to Sam. So, let's just go. Goku took a shower as he put on some casual clothes and heard Natasha and Steve talking about trust, and he smiled, knowing that Steve was trusting her. Sam said, "Hey, there's food at the table if you want," as Goku said, "Thank you." As Goku sat down and waited for everyone to sit with him, his head was still not in the right space, since everything he learned was a lie, was a full of lies. As Natasha said, so the question is, who at Shield could launch this domestic missile strike? As Steve said, Priest. As Natasha said, who, what happens? Who happens to be sitting on the top of the most secure building in the world? But Steve said, but he's not working alone. Zola. Algorithm was on the Lemurian star. As Natasha said, so what's Jasper Sitwell? As Steve said, so the question is, how do the three most wanted people in the Washington kidnap a SHIELD officer is broad daylight? As Goku said, simple. We don't, but someone else can't. As Sam shoved Steve and Natasha some files and photographs of small army battles, and the files with the key words Falcon. As Steve said, I thought you said you were a pilot. As Sam said, I never said I'm a pilot. As Steve said, I can't ask you to do this, Sam. There's a reason you got out. As Sam said, dude, Captain America needs my help. That's no better reason for me to come back in. As after agreeing, they went to get something for Sam. As they made the plan to get Sitwell, well, they agreed on the plan. Time skipped. Sitwell said, I need a minute. Bring the car around. Yes, sir. As the soldier said. As Sam said, Agents Sitwell, how was lunch? I heard the crab cakes here are delicious. As Sitwell said, who is this? As Sam said, the good looking guy in the sunglasses in your 10 o'clock now. You'll be getting in a gray car because you and me are gonna be talking at a ride. As Sitwell said, and why would I do that? As Sam said, because that tie looks really expensive and I hated to mess it up. A crash heard. As Steve said, tell me about Zola algorithm. As Sitwell said, never heard of it. As Steve said, what were you doing in the Lemur star? As Sitwell said, I was throwing up, I guess. Seasick. As Goku said, answer the question, or you know what's happened. Goku used his ki blast to scare Sitwell. As Sitwell said, you don't have the balls because I can't tell you. Not that guy, Goku. As Goku grabs him from Steve and he looks at Natasha as he backs away, and both kick him out of the building. As Natasha said, What about the girl from the accounting? Laura. As Goku said, Lena. Lips pursing right. As Natasha said, yeah, she's cute. As Steve, yeah, you're not ready for that. As Natasha said, what about Miranda, the neighbor's daughter? As Goku said, nah, she's cute, but I think she's too clingy. Sam in the seems like carbon fiber wings, and he brought Sitwell back to the land with the glider and some goggles. Sitwell said, Zola algorithm is program a choosing of a target. Steve said, what target? Sitwell said, you, Stark, Bruce Banner, Stephen Strange, anyone who threatens to Hydra, now or in the future. As Goku said, how could it know the threats from the future? Sitwell chuckles and said, how could it not? The 21st century in the digital look, Zola taught Hydra how to read it. Your bank records, medical history, phone calls, your damn set course, Zola algorithm. Eventually people pass to predict their future. As Steve said, what then? As Sipwell said, oh my God, Pris. God, Pris is gonna kill me. As Steve said, what then? As Sitwell then the hilarious wipe them out, a few million at the time, as Goku grabs him by the collar and demand to tell him how to disarm them. As Sipple said, I don't know, but you may have to get in the main computer. As Goku said, then we'll be taking a trip to Hydra. He grabbed Sipple and pushed him into the car as they were driving in a freeway, trying to figure out the plan. As Steve said, okay, we'll use him to bypass the DNA scan and eventually impregnated the helicarriers from the inside. As Sitwell said, what? That is a terrible, terrible plan. As Goku automatically moves him to his side as he kicks the door open and jumps to the top of the car as he saw the Winter Soldier right in front of him. As Sam hits the brakes, and now both were in the middle of the freeway, ready to fight. As Goku then felt more agent coming up, as he quickly blasted the soldier and jumps over the back of the car and grabs the truck and flips it over with so much force, and the roof was destroyed. But the soldier were out of the count. As Sam drove close to the soldier, but before he could go far, the Winter Soldier grabbed the steering wheel and ripped it out, also shooting Sitwell, and ran straight to Goku with a normal pistol, shooting bullets at Goku. Goku instantly caught them and ran towards him, and both were engaged in the battle, as both were trying to land a blow, but Goku was holding his own. The Winter Soldier punching him away with his metal arm, and Goku noticed one thing from his mouth, and that was very small drips of blood. As Goku said, I don't know why, but this got me really excited. As the Winter Soldier grabbed a grenade and launcher and shoot at Goku, but before it could hit, Steve came in front and shielded. He shielded in front of the grenade, but the explosion caused him and Goku to fly away and crashed. Goku landed on the ground and Steve crashed inside of the bus. Natasha was running away with Sam. As the Natasha as the Winter Soldier was shooting them, a few soldier get out of the truck and started shooting with him. As Natasha jumps out of the bridge and catching himself and grappling hook, seeing the soldier about to shoot at Goku, who was barely starting to get up. As Goku, damn, ow! The Winter Soldier was about to take a shot, but Natasha shot one. His lens and his made him furious and get started shooting at random, but got his composure and told the man to worry about Goku and Steve while he takes care of them. As Sam attacks one of the soldier and took his gun, running towards the vantage point. As Goku turns around and saw Natasha running off, as he quickly got up and started running towards them, blasted the car behind him, as it was the car where a soldier had a minigun with him. As Goku comes on Steve, as Goku said, "Come on, Steve, get up." As Goku saw the shield, as he jumps up and flips and throws the shield, pressing the metal. As Steve saw the shield and looks at the hole and saw Goku giving him a nod as he started running towards Natasha. And the Winter Soldier and Natasha was hiding, and she took an she took out a recording and placed it behind the cars as the Winter Soldier heard it and threw a small tin bomb. But Natasha came from behind and tried to choke him up with a wire, but he threw it off of him and pointed his gun at her. But before the shot was taken, he threw the electric disc at his arm, making him lose his shot. She ran away, but the Winter Soldier shot through a window and hits Natasha. As the soldier making their fall and hide. But the soldier came in front behind, ready to shoot, but was punched away by Goku. As Goku said, "You're fighting me now." As Goku kicks away his gun, but the soldier continued pulling different guns, but ran out of ammo. After Goku just caught the bullets, throwing them, but were having an equal fight. As the soldier punched Goku with his arm, as Goku fell to push himself up the kicks, and kick his legs and jump over him, and punch his back, pushing him. The truck delivering a punch. The soldier countered with his arm and kicked him away, and taking out a small blade. As Goku was pushing his hand away, trying to not get cut, but Goku dodged two punches, delivered his own punch, with spun kicks, kick him away in his corner of his eye. He saw Steve's shield throwing to him, as he caught it and used against the soldier and stopped his arm and attacked. He heard his head and grabbed him by his mask and threw it away. As the shoulder mask fell off and the man revealed to be, as Steve said, "Bucky?" As the man said, "Who the hell is Bucky?" He pointed the pistol at Steve, and Sam came from behind and kicked his head, causing Bucky to stop for a moment, but again point his gun until Goku shot a key blast, directly causing a car explode. Instantly, many trucks, even helicopters, were arriving as Shield, Hydra, the soldiers were pointing their guns towards the outlaws, but not killing them. They arrested them and put them on the truck. as Goku looks at one of the soldier that was covered as both fist bumps. Steve said, he looks at me and didn't even know me. Sam said, how is possible? It was 70 years. As Goku said, ban, banners, banners must been alive this whole time, and Zola probably experimented him, making him soulless assassin. As Natasha said, as Natasha led up aside, as Goku saw a wound and broke his cups and punched the soldier, but the other as grabs the wound and started healing the wound with his energy and looks at the soldier and nod. As Maria said, thanks kid, that thing was squeezing my brain. As Goku said, it's fine. How much? As Natasha said, close to his pin, and maybe. As Natasha held her hand and touched Goku's cheeks, as he smiled and grabs her hand. And Goku said thanks for trusting me. Goku grabs a cup and destroyed them as he told everyone to hold on to him as he made sure everyone grabs on him, and he starts moving much faster and a pace through the truck and get out of the truck. As Maria said, follow me. As Goku said, Nimbus. Okay guys, as you can see here, I include the Nimbus, so stop the comments. So I'm not gonna explain where he get the Nimbus because I forgot to explain it, so the writing is kinda off, so let's just continue. Everyone was confused as the yellow cloud starts lowering down and stops in front of Goku as he looked at Natasha. As Goku said, alright mom, the Nimbus will be taking you until we reach there. As Natasha said, I'm not getting on that thing. As Goku said, you lost way too much blood, and you end up passing out. As Natasha ended up on the Nimbus as Maria Hills entered an abandoned base in the middle of the woods, Goku felt a pain energy as he could believe who was here. Maria said we should go to see him. They walked a little further until he pulled a few curtains and everyone saw Nick Fury in hospital bed, staring back them. As Nick Fury said, about a damn time. It's about damn time. As Goku said, You son of a bitch, you're alive. As Fury said, you kissed your mother without mount? Come on, kid. As Goku went to Natasha and gave her a kiss on the cheek and hugs her. As Goku said, yes I do. As Fury explained that when he was caught open, he used something called tetrodoxy. It would slow his pulse down to a minute. As Steve said, why all the secrecy? Why not just tell us? As Maria said, the hit on the director needed to look successful. As Fury said, can't kill you if you're already dead. As Goku said, whatever with all this secrecy, right now we need to take down S.H.I.E.L.D. and the helicarriers. As Fury said, I don't think the console accepting my calls anymore. He opened a small case and showed 3 data chips. As Sam said, what the? As Maria said, once the helicarriers reach their 1,000 feet, they will be transculate their target with insight, the satellites making them fully weaponized. As Fury said, we need to breach those carriers and replace their target blades with our own. As Maria said, we need all three. If we even one chips is operational, a whole lot people are gonna die. As Fury said, we had to assume that everyone there is Hydra. We have to get past them. Insert this server blade and maybe just maybe salvage. As Steve said, we're not salvaging anything. We're just taking down the carriers and Nick were taking down Shield. As Fury said, Shield had nothing to do with him. As Steve said, you gave me this mission. This is how it ends. Shield has to be compromised. You said yourself Hydra grew under your nose, and you didn't even notice. As Fury said, why do you think we're meeting in this cave? I noticed. As Steve said, how many paid the price before you did? As Fury stayed silent, as he knew Steve was right. He looked to the others and no one disagreed. As Fury said, well, it seems you're giving the orders around here, Captain. As Steve told them his plan as he went outside and Goku stayed with Natasha, making sure his wound was gone. As Natasha said, hey, I wanted to give this to you on your birthday, but it seems now it's a better time as ever. As Goku saw a box and had his name on it has opened and smiles. Natasha gave him a kiss on the head as he got ready for the mission. As Goku said, red has been a good color for me. As Steve said, not bad. Sorry about that, that's my alarm clock, so not bad. Not does have a good taste in the uniform though. As Goku said thanks, let's go to the war. As the team made it to Shield, as Steve went to the control room with Sam and Maria, as Goku stayed in the launching area to make sure no one traced any early launch. As Steve's PA attention as all Shield agents. This is Steve Rogers. You heard a lot about me the last few days. Some were even ordered to hunt me down, but I think it's time you know the truth about Shield. It's not what we thought it was be. It's taken over by Hydra. Alexander Priest is their leader. As Goku noticed a few soldiers coming out of the launcher area, as he hid and started taking them down silently one by one. As Steve said, I know I'm asking a lot, but the price of the freedom is high. Always has been, and it's a price I'm willing to pay. And if I'm only one of them, then so be it. But I'm willing to be. I'm not. Inside of the monitor room, the Rumlow override the system. Inhalated the launch. Goku was noticed by Hydra. The soldier as quickly dodged every bullet coming his way, and easily took out of many soldier left and right. Goku noticed Steve nearby as he blasted a group of soldiers away, as Steve threw his shield towards him as he grabs it and took fourth soldier as he gave it back to. As Goku said, "You're too slow." As Steve said, "You're too fast, hotshot." As Goku flew one of the helicarriers and changed the target ships, and the moment he got out, he saw Sam and Steve going up to the last helicarrier. As Goku was then punched of the helicarriers by Bucky, as he also got Steve off, and he rips out one of the wing of Sam and suits Sam landed safely on the building. As Steve went to the last target, but he was met with an old friend. As Steve said, "Please don't make me do this." As Steve and Bucky start their battle, as Bucky didn't let Steve enter the target blade. As Goku, on the other hand, noticed a few people were still not evacuated. He quickly flew towards them as giant dark red aura covered his body, and his speed increased dramatically as quickly as grabs many people away as he made sure one stayed inside the building. He even felt three energy insurging and go away as he worried for his mom. As Mira said 3, 2, 1, Steve entered the ship. As he told Maria to blow the ship. As the Goku quickly flew high and started joining on the destruction on the carriers. As he shot a massive Kamehameha. Actually, he already knew the Kamehameha, but I'm not gonna explain it. So to complete to destroy the carrier for less debris to fall on to fall to the mainland. Goku said, "Come on, pull power." The extra boost of the power below the price the helicarriers as Steve was helping Bucky get off the piece of the helicarrier that was stuck to him. I mean, you guys remember the metal thing crashed to Bucky, so Captain America carried the metal. So let's just continue. As Steve said, "You know me." As Goku said, as Bucky said, "No, I don't." And Steve dropped his shield and took off his mask as Bucky was fighting back. As Steve said, "I am not gonna fight you. You're my friend. You're like a brother to me." As Bucky shouted, "You're my mission. You're my mission." As Steve's weakly, his body is so weak, didn't finish it. It's because I'm with you till the end of the line, as Steve said. As Goku flew down at the bottom, the last helicarriers lifted enough to move it to the bay, so it wouldn't hit any civilian. He noticed Steve was falling from the carriers, bruised and beaten, as he flew down and tries to reach for him, but was beaten by Bucky. Bucky pulled out. Goku was there with a smile on his face. As Goku thanks Uncle Buck, Bucky said, "Take care, kid. Also, sorry." As Goku nodded as Bucky left and Steve was taken to the hospital. And luckily no one was killed. Except for highest soldier. Time skip. Natasha told the government that she wasn't gonna get arrested because the world needs them. As Goku smiled and he went with Fury to his grave. Fury said, "We've been tracking some of the Hydra rats, and I'm headed to the Europe tonight. Wanted to ask if you wanted to come." As Steve said, I have something I need to do first. As Fury said, how about you, Wilson? Could use a man of your abilities. As Sam said, I'm sure of the soldier that a spy. As Fury said, kid. Goku said, thanks, but I have a mission. Somewhere else. Just stay. Just stay safe. As Fury shook their hands as he left, and Natasha gave Steve a files about Bucky and kissed his cheek. As Goku hugs her as she left on her own to get a new identity. Steve said, so you're going somewhere else? As Goku said, a small mission in Queens. It's not that bad. Just be careful with that thread. And also once you find him, tell him I said hi. As Goku flew away to the sky, and Steve and Sam agreed to go find Bucky. It's never gonna be easy, this job, but that's the fun of it. Because this job isn't about working it, about making a new family. And I have mine, and now I have a grow on my own. My name is Goku Romanov. As Goku said, Queens, let's see what they got. And this is going to be the end of it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. End scene. Bye bye.